I have a lot on my plate that I don't worry about it. I mean, what's worry gonna do for us? I do enough, all right, and that doesn't work, and so um, I deal with it in a different way than other people would stress over it. I don't give my particular, like, my life or um, setup like to just anybody. I'm not running to the system to say I need it. I need a fix here. There's something gone wrong or something like that. No, there's. See, what I mean is there might be some kind of relief for something like me, but I doubt it. I really do. See, what I'm talking about is that I don't even want to talk about this on social media. You're not supposed to let people know anything about your life, right? Really. I mean, but oh my God, I've put so much on YouTube, and the truth is like, no. See, only I could have the courage to do this kind of thing, and make a breakthrough, and it doesn't look stupid after a while. See, the people that don't make it with a breakthrough, and they have courage, but they don't make it's just stupid. That's the difference. It's like, when is it courage and when is it stupidity? Well, when you actually make the breakthrough, you did something that a lot of people wouldn't do. That's what the courage is about. But then when you make the breakthrough, it remains courage. It remains, now you're a hero, you know? So I am a creator. I'm an artist. I know what that is. See, I've always worked with music, and working with music, it's very illusory. What is musicians working with, you know? They're working with, well, I explained how that it's notes. They call it notes. If you stick with that, um, putting musical pieces together, it's limitless. Except for it's a good idea to eat food while you're practicing your new pieces or something like that. Musicians might forget to do that kind of thing, but when they do get around to beating around in the kitchen, I call it musicians in the kitchens. Watch out, by the way. Do they even do the dishes afterwards? They don't have time for that. I mean, really, it's like they're supposed to do everything? Crazy. Getting back to where I am in my life right now and where I'm at, like, it's dawning on me that I need to make a drastic change, right? I can't let anybody else do it like the universe do it for me. There's enough that the universe is doing already with my dental appointment that's going to come up pretty soon here. If not like smack dab on my birthday, then there's going to be a lot of pain on my birthday, maybe. Um, yeah, and see, I would love to be able to focus really hard enough to um, do what I know that can be done here. I was mentioning it on my last videos. Interesting idea, but really what it is I'm 25 years ahead. I'm not making a joke. I'm saying the use for social media, it shouldn't slip through our fingers. As far as, if there ever was a political hot seat arena that could change the face of humanity, well, it should be one of these things. See, I'm looking at the, of course, when we start to awaken enough, and that's all that it's good for. That's what I'm saying. That's all that it's good for. See, a lot of the Dalai Lama and Thich Nhat Hanh, the Buddhists, you go to the spiritual people and you ask them, what good is computers, and they say, if you get on there and spread the possibility of knowing enlightenment and start the conversation, because Buddhism is a conversation between two people, and in fact there's just two people here on the planet, and it's not limited to just gender, although statistical studies have proven to show, the problems we have within relationships when they go to therapy, um, is that there's a problem with relationship. I mean, a man is doing something and they want to fix it, and the woman wants to get therapy, maybe. But no, women are known to be narcissistic too. But before the 90s, it wasn't that prevalent. In statistical studies, like 100 years ago, it's the male's dis-ease. And it's just, I'm zeroing in scientifically why that is and how that it's like a religion that you have to seek a practitioner, which is, this is the religion. It's you don't go to church, you just find another woman that isn't your mother who's awake, who's alive and well. See, I say that isn't your mother because you don't go to your mother for some things, right? That you need to know about. What? Did you think you wanted something? See, I am okay, so now the religion is love, and the ritual is sex. And see, that's where, it's a pure science. I've dialed in on it, and people think that maybe that's raunchy or crazy. It's like, no, sorry you think that, but don't have children until you can have respect for your own feelings. And see, I didn't say that sex is love. Sex is a place where you can do what is called love making, and it might be the most critical and vital higher learning tool. That literally, it's like this: when you're doing it right, you feel good. That's all. See, there's other higher learning tools. The next one I can think of, that musicians, you don't have to bug them about sex because they duet better. An affair with a musician, I mean, if it's just about sex, they duet better. You'll never go back. You need to give it some outer space a little bit. Talk about the notes in the air and everything. And oh my God, this conversation? Why do I care about it now? You know what I think? If people from my generation, especially women, do not, if they're the original classic like design, if they should keep their mouths shut and let the fake shit over there um, run things into the ground, as far as where is the communication? Um, see, it's interesting because you know there are sex therapists, and we're not talking about people that have sex with other people, but that's really the place where we're looking at healing does take place and stuff like that. So if you discard that, and then what else? You're going to have a conversation with somebody. It's getting back into Buddhism. I have my kitty cat right here. I'm really eyeballing her. The food situation is so difficult. It's breathtaking, and it's so cruel on somebody like me because, well, I don't have the money to see. I got donations. It should be good stuff. Why are they poisoned? See, I'm sorry, but my female is doing relatively good. I don't really necessarily think it was the food, but then again, I don't really know what killed my other cat and why did I go to this. I don't think I should be putting videos up while fucking Mars is squaring my Mars because I'm Mars ruled too. I'm an Aries rising and it's screwing with my God have mercy. See, I need to look at this and pardon me while I do. Try and think you're awake. But then when you are dealing with a lot of energy, like the Martians do. Anyway, I'm just looking at where Mars goes. Okay, so by the time it's my birthday, guess what? It's at 11 degrees, which is really interesting because you can do what is called a solar return. That's your birthday. Is when you can have an astrologer. You look at what's in the sky during your solar return now, and that's the flash of the ambiance of that whole year until your next solar return. And for me, I have a Mars trine my Jupiter, and that is something. It's like, you know what? I might start getting really artistic, and it'll be vigorous. It'll be based in a very. It's the Mars in Cancer, and it's kind of square my Mars, and I can't put up with insensitivity around me about even me. I don't want to be that way. I want to be loving. I want to be spiritual. I'm a wannabe, in other words. Can you send me $50 and and I'll get spiritual really quick. Jesus didn't like that at all. I'm doing astrology and comedy. Comedy is big because it's getting harder and harder. It's getting worse and worse. And I'm like, time to crack some massive jokes about this. I'm going to roll it out like it is, and that's funny.